you know, I think we shouldn't be surprised that physical science has this difficulty of consciousness because the scientific paradigm we've been operating in for the last 500 years was designed by Galileo to exclude consciousness.
People say science has explained so much already, so eventually it'll explain consciousness too, and this sounds reasonable at first glance. But there's a philosophical problem with that assumption. So Philip Goff said, we shouldn't be surprised that science struggles with consciousness because it was specifically designed in such a way to exclude it. So when Galileo helped lay the foundations for modern science, he made a distinction between what we call primary and secondary qualities. Primary qualities are things like size, shape, motion, location, mass. Secondary qualities are things like color, tastes, sounds, feelings, emotions, the felt qualities of experience. Galileo's insight was that if we want a predictive mathematical science, we need to focus on only that which is measurable. And this has worked really well. It's part of the reason I'm holding a phone right now and TikTok exists. But there's a trade-off. Science became incredibly good at describing the quantitative structure of reality, but deliberately abstracting away from the qualitative feel of experience. In other words, science models the world mathematically by stripping away what it's like to be a subject. But science itself begins in consciousness. Every experiment, every observation, every instrument reading, they all appear within conscious awareness. Measurements and precise descriptions of those experiences arise. Relations, structures, behaviors. So it's not surprising that those models capture structure while remaining silent on subjective experience. A neuroscience textbook can describe wavelengths, neurons, synapses, but it can't capture the qualitative experience of what it's like to see red. You're not going to find that in the equations, and that is the hard problem of consciousness. The point is that modern science was specifically designed methodologically to describe the external quantitative structure of reality, not the intrinsic nature. Science gives us the map, but consciousness is that which the map appears in.